Four-star defensive lineman Derrick Moore has committed and signed with Michigan here on National Signing Day. We're going to break it all down, but a huge land for Michigan, another top 100 guy in this class. Tim, this is a guy from Baltimore, St. Francis, where Biff Poggi, Michigan's assistant head coach, in an off-field role, was formerly the head coach. So obviously some paperwork, some issues they had to work through there, but looks like the Wolverines were able to get it done, and he's headed to Ann Arbor.
Yeah. This is a nice little steal from Michigan here late in the class because this is a guy that even a couple of days ago, it was pretty much just like a foregone thought that he was not going to be part of the class. I mean, he wasn't even considering Michigan even after he reopened his recruitment after decommitting from Oklahoma. But Michigan, continued to push. I think the connections on staff really played a role obviously in just getting him on campus, and then I think he took a weekend visit and that went really well by all accounts. So that's big for Michigan. He's a kind of a hybrid player, hybrid in the sense that he can play a couple of different roles for Michigan. He could fill out and play 3-tech. He could slim down and be a little undersized but be an edge rusher for Michigan. So a couple of different roles that Michigan can use him in, couple of different ways Michigan can use him in. The way this kind of went down, I mean, there was some paperwork they had to go through because of Biff Poggi. There's the IWP rule, which states, you can't have a person associated with a player on staff in an off-field role within 2 years of that player getting to campus or playing on campus. And so, there was a bit of paperwork there, but because St. Francis didn't really play a senior season and the timeline's a little spotty between when Poggi joined the staff and Derrick Moore's classification. I think that allowed Michigan to kind of get the paperwork they needed and get that kind of cleared through the necessary channels and get this land for sure.
EJ, what's Michigan getting here? Adding to what is shaping up to be a really good defensive line class.
Yeah, I think Moore is a bit of a tweener. He's an interesting prospect. I saw him in Baltimore at an Under Armour camp last summer, and the talent is certainly there. That's why he's ranked so high. In Michigan's scheme, it's hard to project where exactly he'll fit. He's a guy that you can throw a lot of weight on his frame and stick him at a 3, and he can be a big, long, athletic 3. Or you can kind of keep him in the same weight range and have him come off the edge. He doesn't have necessarily the ideal measurables for what Michigan loves in an edge rusher, but he's a guy that can definitely play that position. I think that Michigan saw the talent, obviously the familiarity with Poggi, and said, hey, let's just take this guy and figure out what to do with him. But the talent's there. I think he can, wherever he ends up, I think he can excel just because of the talent he does have. He is the Maryland Player of the Year, St. Francis, a top 10 team in the country. They're always a national powerhouse. So, he's been well coached. Like I said, tremendous talent. So just take him, figure out what to do with him. And I think Mike McDonald and company will do that.
Similar to TJ Guy last cycle, where they, no one kind of knew where he was going to end up, but, they just liked him.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at the athletic profile. I mean, TJ Guy was a dude that was a point guard for the basketball team at 6'4", 250 pounds. And you look at Derrick Moore, and he's kind of in that same type of frame. And you just see a really kind of special type of athlete that you just want on your roster.
Definitely. So he will be joining the Wolverines on their roster next year. For full coverage of this signing, head to thewolverine.com. Our $1 deal is live, so $1 for an entire year of premium content there. Get all the National Signing Day coverage. It'll actually take you through National Signing Day next year now, so go and do that right now.